What's up, everybody? Ardo Cal here with ESPN Esports. Be sure to watch the Rift Rewind, an ESPN League of Legends show every single Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Pacific on Twitch, the ESPN app, YouTube, and Twitter. Is Cloud9 dominating the LCS? And Tyler has said in previous segments that this is the most dominant a single team has been in a major region ever. Okay, the stats don't lie. But is this a product of C9 being so good, or is this a product of the rest of the LCS being so bad?
So my thought is that Cloud9 is overperforming in an underperforming league. I don't want to take anything away from the 5 players. Their synergies, they look great. They're mechanically sound. They're aggressive. They don't lose objectives. They haven't lost a mid lane tower all split so far. And they're just a suffocating team to play against. But you do need to look at the strength of the competition and say, oh, it makes sense why they're getting away with the things they're getting away with. And then the next question is, can they get away with those same things on the international stage, which is what it looks like to be MSIs? Well, we'll get our first taste of that. So I'll reiterate what I said. I believe Cloud9, without taking anything away from the 5 very skilled players, they are overperforming in an underperforming league.
I think that's a very good way to put it as we take a look at the player KDA in Week 5. By the way, Cloud9 occupy 5 of the top 6 KDA positions across the LCS. Only Bang is at an 8.9. So he fits in there. This is for Week 5, but I was talking about the entire season. And by the way, Support Vulcan is number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2 in KDA.
He's number 2 in KDA, and he has the KDA record for support for the entire league through 10 games.
Let's go to Tyler Erzberger now in Los Angeles. Tyler,
hey!
You have definitely been beating the C9 drum and talking about their dominance. So I actually want to ask you the same question because you have a good perspective on it. C9 is so amazing that they would have dominated anyway, or LCS is such a dumpster fire that C9 had to do well?
It's a silly question, right? And I state the facts. That's all I'm stating. I'm not stating anything other than the facts. That C9 is dominating the LCS like no team has ever before in any other region, major or minor. And this whole notion of NA sucks this year, NA is terrible this year, NA is so bad. When has NA not been bad? Really, no, I'm asking you, honestly, to all of you, because I've been at LCS for the last 5 years. And there's never been a season where the notion hasn't been NA sucks.
2014 LCS, it was pretty competitive. You had 4 or 5 teams that...
That was also 6 years ago.
Right. But I'm just saying, when has North America been competitive in their own region?
But dude, no one thought of NA as... It was a joke back then, too. When people said TSM and Cloud9 could actually stand up with Samsung White and Samsung Blue, they were laughed at. NA had a good reputation going into the 2012 World Championship when Dignitas, TSM, CLG Prime went there. TSM were one of the favorites to win the entire tournament. You know what happened at Worlds that year? They all failed. Dignitas lost to Saigon Jokers, CLG didn't make it out of groups, and TSM got embarrassed by Azubu Frost. And that was the end of anyone thinking anything of NA, and since then, it's been a laughingstock. So, don't look at it as NA being trash. I know NA is trash. The players will say it's trash. But people have been saying this for years. We should look at what C9 is doing and ask, why has no team ever done this in the LCS, except C9 this year?
Tyler, Chad is talking about they're playing a little bit of fantasy league here, trying to put C9 in other leagues. Some are saying that C9's play style would actually do quite well in the LCK this season, where LEC, it's too early to tell. I know we asked this in the inaugural episode, but I want to ask it again. Like, if C9 were in another league, in the LCK, in the LEC, how do you think they'd do?
I think in the LEC they'd be top 3, top 4. I'm not ridiculous. I don't think C9 would go to LEC and crush. Europe is a far better region than North America. Anyone with eyes can see that. But in the LCK, they'd be top 3. I could see them being the best team in the LCK. The only things we know so far when it comes to international play is through rumors and scrim results. And I know scrim results aren't a big deal, but the only real things I've heard is that during the offseason, evil geniuses went to Korea and did really, really well against the best teams in the LCK who are doing well in the Kespa Cup.
Tyler, let me step in here just for a second. We have the power rankings up. T1 is occupying the top spot at number 1, followed by Gen G, Fnatic, G2, and Cloud9 at number 5. What do you make of that list?
It's fair, and it's fair, right? Because we can't rank C9 unless they prove it on the international stage, and I have the belief as well. I believe they should be discussed in those contenders for world's best, but I will never give them a top 3, top 2, even, or the top 1 spot until they go to MSI and prove it. And I do think if there is an MSI, because we will get into that later of LCK, LPL, we don't even know where the location is. Riot, please announce where it's going to be. If there's going to be one, please, we are waiting. But if there is an MSI this year, I think Cloud9, if they can continue their pace and they can, win their first title since 2014, I think they go to MSI with something to prove. And I don't think C9 going to MSI would be going to go just for fun. They're going to go to make a final and win it.